Hello and welcome to My Marketing Cafe. My name is JoLynn Deal and I will be your host and presenter of this webinar, How to Build a Powerful Marketing Machine. I'm also the founder of MyMarketingCafe.com, which is a resource center for entrepreneurs, small business owners, and nonprofit leaders. If you haven't joined our cafe membership, I invite you to visit the site right after this webinar. Membership is free and we offer integrated marketing solutions to help you market your small business. You'll find everything you need to create and launch a small business marketing plan. We also give our members exclusive products, discounts on some of our great products, and we connect you with other small business owners by helping you build a network of your own. So think it over. We'd love to have you join our community. Here's what we'll cover today. I'm going to share with you about the power of the customer experience. I'll also talk about 3 critical functions that are affecting your success and profit margin. And I'll share with you the 3 most common mistakes that small business owners make. We'll also take an in-depth look at digital marketing, how to identify the channels that are best for your business. And I'll introduce you to 97 free small business marketing tools. And that part is so important. I want to just touch on that for just a moment. I will show you 97 free resources where you can wake up your marketing plan using digital tools that focus on interactive marketing. We're in an era where marketing has evolved from transaction-based to conversational. And one of the greatest benefits of interactive marketing is the ability to change what you're doing based on the actions of your audience. If you're placing an ad in the newspaper or have a radio commercial, you don't have that flexibility. In just a few minutes, I'll show you how we use all of these interactive tools that you see on your screen in our own marketing plan. Have you ever heard the phrase, you build it, they will come? Well, we all know that doesn't apply to business. And perhaps with divine intervention, that would be true. But from what I've experienced in business, it just doesn't apply. And as massive as the internet is right now, our competition is fierce. And it's very easy to get lost in the competition. But I'm going to show you strategies today that will bring you to the forefront of your customer's mind and help you establish meaningful relationships. But let's begin with the customer experience. The customer experience is all the ways your customer interacts with your business. And it's important because there are so many opportunities for engagement at each interaction. We make an impression while our customers are researching our business, with every interaction they have during the sales cycle. And how we treat them during service and repair and our ongoing contact with them becomes critical for our repeat business and client retention. I'm sharing about this because it's an important part of marketing your business. And actually, let's think of an example. Disney World is a perfect example. If you consider their new Fast Pass, they're trying to find ways to make your experience a little more pleasant. And even if you are stuck waiting in line, they're constantly entertaining you all throughout that process. So evaluating your customer's experience will help you identify ways that you can make the customer happier all along their journey with your business and ultimately help retain your clients. But let's begin with the 3 functions that right now are significantly impacting your profits: marketing strategy, customer service, and product quality. Let's talk about marketing for a second. If you're not talking about your business, the only information out there is what others are saying. And do you remember when I was talking to you about the customer experience? This comes into play. Marketing is the promotion of your image and your promise. It's all the ways you're going to tell people about your business. It is essential to your success and it works. Remember in our customer experience slide, I shared about the awareness phase of the customer experience. When your customers are researching your business, what are they finding? Following a marketing plan makes sure the right information is reaching your audience. The challenge is finding what strategies and tactics work for you and within your budget, because you don't want what others are saying to be the only thing communicated about your business. You need to have control over what is said and drive behavior, attitude, and influences. Repeat business and referrals are the 2 fastest ways to grow your business. Did you know that retaining just 2% of your existing client base is the same as cutting your expenses by 10%? How you treat your customers and the quality of the product you offer is what will drive your competitive advantage. Marketing opens the door to your business. Customer service and product quality help you begin the relationship with the client. Let's look at customer service. Customer service is the delivery of your promise. It's the most important influencer of your business success. And oftentimes, it's not only just delivered by you, it's delivered by your employees. So consider, how are you involving your employees with your business planning? Your employees can make or break your business. By involving them in the planning process, you accomplish three things. You're engaging them in the success of the business, you're arming them with deeper knowledge about your business and the effects of every decision they make, and you're also creating a sense of value for the employee. They feel privileged to be in the know and to be included. So I want you to recognize your employees as an untapped pool of resources for you, because they should be your primary business partners. In today's world, if someone, whether your business is a storefront or it's online, if they have a bad experience, they can share about it within seconds and reach thousands of people. And the bad news is it's out there forever. Here are some customer service statistics. 96% of unhappy customers don't complain. However, 91% of those will just simply leave and never come back. You don't ever know what you did. And a dissatisfied customer will tell between 9 and 15 people about their experience. Around 13% of dissatisfied customers will tell more than 20. Now, what if they do this on social media? The damage is tenfold. 70% of buying experiences are based on how the customer feels they are being treated, which tells us just how important customer service is. On the flip side, happy customers who get their issue resolved tell about 4 to 6 people about their experience. And 55% of your customers would pay extra to guarantee a better service. Let's look at product quality. Studies have proven that customers will often pay a higher price for better quality. Here are 3 factors that generally affect a customer's perception of quality. First is consistency. A customer who is happy with the first buying experience needs and wants to be equally happy on every occasion. And price is incredibly important. Does the price of your product or service match what you are delivering? And finally, dependability. How well does a product do what it is intended to do? These are 3 factors that you need to evaluate against your product quality. This leads us into the most common mistakes that small business owners make. Number 1, they don't take the time to market their business. We need to acquire new customers to make our products and business work. Marketing is one of the primary tools for customer acquisition. When a small business fails, it's often attributed to a poor product fit, poor planning, or simply not marketing the business. And business owners cite budget as being the number 1 factor for not having a strong marketing presence. But I have a solution for that. I will show you what channels are available to you that will fit any budget. But I need you to do something. I need you to make the marketing function as important as every other business function. It's as important as product development, customer service, or operations. The second most common mistake that business owners make is not following a plan. They do what I call, and many other marketers call, spaghetti marketing. They just start trying things to see if anything will work. Spaghetti marketing is where you just throw something out there and see if it sticks. Maybe you launch a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page, or you place an ad in the paper, but nothing's really working. Here's why you need a plan. Following a plan gives you control of the success. It puts you in the driver's seat. You follow a carefully researched, deliberate course with measurable goals and objectives. And you gain a deeper understanding of the influences that are affecting your business and how to use them for your benefit. Planning involves extensive and ongoing research, which will help you remain up to date on critical issues affecting your business. And knowledge is power. The more you know about marketing your business, the broader your plan will become. And what you have is an integrated small business marketing machine that ties all of your digital channels together along with your traditional channels and helps you reach your marketing goals. Before we get into how to plan, I want to talk to you about a must-have plan component, and that's called net weaving. We all know the term networking, and that's how can my group of contacts help me in business. It's all about me, me, me. Net weaving is different. It's about establishing a mutually beneficial relationship with all of your contacts and those you meet. It begins with you asking your contacts, how can I help you? Net weaving begins with looking at people you meet and determining how you can help them. It is a customer service strategy that ties directly with inbound marketing. The larger your social networking communities become, the more net weaving opportunities will arise. It's quick and easy to put people in touch with each other. And once net weaving becomes a mindset for you, you will think of the most creative ways to help each other and engage others in your business. This slide shows you a sample of my net weaving database. I use Outlook, but you can use Outlook, Excel, or a customer relationship management program, and there are a few great ones that are out there for free. Basically what I do when I meet anyone at a business function in my business or in my community, I bring their information back to my office and I enter it into my NetWeaving database. I include all their contact information, I connect with them on their digital channels, and I take detailed notes. I'll type in what I learned about them, what are their greatest needs at this moment, and I'll go through my contacts and see if there's anybody that I can introduce them to that might be able to help them. What you're doing is slowly building a wonderful community around your business. NetWeaving carefully builds your tribe and a strong sense of community. Today's most effective marketing strategies focus on building relationships with your audience, and that's what NetWeaving does. When marketing, we now listen to our customers, and we have two-way discussions with them. We work to identify our customers' most important needs and then build our marketing strategy around meeting those needs. It's not enough to ask someone to follow your blog or sign up for your newsletter. To be truly effective, you have to create a community that your clients are drawn to. And by creating a sense of community in your actions, you help to humanize your business and build unwavering trust with your audience. You're actually slowly building a tribe that wants to support you. We're at the fun part. We're actually going to start building our marketing plan. There are several components to building your marketing plan: a company goal, objectives that will help you reach that goal, and strategies and tactics that will help you meet your objectives. But it all begins with research. Prior to developing your plan goal and objectives, you'll conduct internal research. If your basic goal is to increase sales, you need to know where you stand today. And some questions you might ask are: what is the size of your customer base? What is your current annual revenue? Do you measure repeat business currently? And how do you do that? And how do you currently communicate with customers and prospective customers? When you begin your initial plan development, try to include all your employees in the research phase. Gain their buy-in and support, because remember, they are your promise keepers, not you. For help with research, visit our cafe and click on the tab, The Marketing Plan. We have a free research worksheet. During this research phase, we'll learn in quantifiable measures where you are today. This gives you a baseline from which to measure, and the information will be used to evaluate your strategies. Compare a few years of operation performance to gain understanding of business trends, and look extensively at your competitors. Learn from their mistakes and their successes. Also, as part of your research, you'll define your value proposition, and that answers the question: what is it about your business that is different than any other? Basically, your value proposition explains how your business solves your customers' problems and improves their situation. It shows you're relevant. It describes the specific benefits that you offer. It tells the ideal customer why they should buy from you and not from the competition, which is your unique differentiation. So spend some time with your team. If you're a solopreneur, spend some time with yourself and define your value proposition. This is the message that you will be using throughout your marketing plan. Research may also include a SWOT analysis, where you'll take a look at your strengths, what you do best, and also all of your employees' strengths and anyone else involved in your business. You'll look at your weaknesses of what you could do better. Your opportunities are ways that you could expand or grow your business, and your threats are those terrible things that could put you out of business tomorrow, such as maybe your primary vendor went out of business. But use your strengths for building your plan. These are things you do really great, and as we build our marketing plan, we're going to capitalize on that. We'll make your weaknesses your to-do list. You'll either need to learn the skills to accomplish the weakness, or reach out to your network for help, or outsource it, but we need to tackle those weaknesses. We'll take the results of our research to formulate a plan goal. And for this exercise, I'm going to show you a plan that we created for a client, which was an accounting firm. An accounting firm can sometimes be kind of hard to create marketing for, so I thought this is great. It will show you that even for a tough industry, you can create an incredible marketing plan. We did our research for this accounting firm, and this is what we discovered. These two accountants, which were very seasoned in what they did, they had longevity in the industry, were new at being a service provider, and that was the image that their audience had of them. We also knew that the sales had remained steady for the past year, and that's not good. And there was no growth in their customer base, so we need to increase their market share. We took the results of this research and helped determine our plan goal. Generally, with your marketing plan, you will determine one main goal or purpose, and the goal refers to a statement of being in the future based on your research, and it aligns with your mission. The sample goal is the goal we're going to use today to build a marketing plan. And remember, involve your team in this process. The more they understand and are involved, the more they realize how critical their performance is to your success. Your goal might focus on one of several things. It might focus on market share. Maybe you need to do something to help better retain your customers. It might focus on sales or brand awareness. For our accounting clients, our goal was to increase their annual revenue by $100,000. So everything we do going forward will be focusing on that goal. Our next step is to define our target audience. Who are you trying to reach? And here I want you to craft a detailed description of your target audience. Don't just say small businesses. For our accountants, we determined our audience as small businesses with a minimum annual revenue of $250,000 from 1 to 5 employees with a storefront business located where the accountants are in East Central Florida. I want you to be that specific. And actually, you're going to get into even more detail because the answers to the next few questions will help you focus your marketing plan. When you're determining our audience, ask these questions. What is your audience's biggest problem or pressing issue? Where do they get their information from? Is it industry newspapers? Are there influencers that they follow? What benefit of your product solves their problem, and who do they trust? Have a detailed answer for every single one of these questions. Then we'll craft our messages. As we build our marketing plan, we will use what we've learned in our research about our audience to write our messages. And remember, just as a reminder, today's audiences have short attention spans. Develop concise messages that clearly state your promise or call to action. Just quickly, I want to give you the steps in building your plan. First is creating a goal, and we've done that. We did extensive research, and our goal is to increase annual revenue by $100,000. From here, we'll create our objectives, which are specifically what we're going to do to reach that goal. We'll look at our strategies, which is how we'll obtain our objectives, and then we'll look at our tactics. Tactics are in your interactive toy box. This is where you create videos and webinars and presentations and use social media, email campaigns. Remember when I spoke about interactive marketing and having real conversations with your customers? The tools we'll use for tactics are what makes this happen. Our next step after our goal is to choose our objectives. And there's an easy way to remember that, and it's to call them SMART objectives. They're specific, which means they detail exactly what will happen. They're measurable, which means objectives generally increase, decrease, or inform, and it's the progress that you can measure. They're attainable, which means it's accepted by those responsible for achieving the objective. They're realistic, which means it's possible. You have to have the resources you need to achieve the objective. And they're time specific. It's imperative that you give yourself a deadline. Objectives are key in the evaluation phase of planning, which we'll get to in just a couple of minutes. But here's a sample. We'll choose 2 to 4 primary business objectives that will help us reach our overall goal of raising our revenue by $100,000. What we came up with for our client is we took their baseline of sales, and we determined if we can raise that by 25% by the end of the year, they'll be well on their way. This part is where your research comes into play. To adequately measure this objective, you need a baseline of where your customer base is right now. We also looked at increasing their customer base. They have a certain number of customers right now, and we want to increase that by 25%. And just because we truly believe in the customer experience, our third objective is to involve 100% of the employees in the planning and implementation of the final marketing plan before we launch it, and that gives us till the end of March. Once we have our objectives, we'll choose our strategies. They describe how to reach the objective. They might come in one of two ways. Action strategies, which are internal changes that you need to make. Maybe you need to cut costs. Maybe you need to improve customer service or develop your employees. They also might be communication strategies, and these are external message delivery. They're all the ways you will get your message to your audience. I'll try to make this a little easier. One of our objectives is to increase sales revenue by 25%. We think by doing that, that will help us reach our goal of increasing revenue by $100,000 this year. So our strategies share how we will accomplish this objective. So ask yourself the question, how will we increase sales revenue by 25%? One strategy we came up with was implementing an inbound marketing program with a focus on list building. Remember, inbound is driving people to your business. Here are some other strategies we came up with. First, we have our inbound marketing program, which is a client acquisition strategy. We also came up with a sales strategy. We're going to develop a line of digital product offerings based on product to market fit. And what I mean here is our accountants want to be able to sell tools to people who may not use their services. They have put together some trainings that they want to sell online. So that's going to be part of their sales strategy. And finally, they've created a communication strategy. Remember I told you that the accountants were seasoned in being accountants, but they were brand new with their business. They'd only been open a year. We need to persuade customers that our company is a leading small business resource through inbound marketing. Now comes the fun part, where we're choosing our tactics. Where a strategy is your overall game plan, the tactics represent your on-the-spot decisions. They're your actions, steps, or tools needed to make the strategy a success. And tactics are audience-specific. This is why really going into detail about your audience is incredibly important. And most of the tactics that we're going to use today involve our digital channels because it's the most cost-effective and far-reaching tool. And our tactics really are the way we're delivering our message. All the research you did about your audience comes into play here. What's important to them? What are their greatest needs? Where do they hang out? Where do they get their information? Your tactics are your delivery channel to answer those questions. So let's take a look at the tactics we chose. We'll look at traditional tools, which are things that you'll do offline. Maybe you'll hold an event or place an ad in the paper. And then we'll look at digital channels, which is everything we'll do online, taking advantage of the power of the internet. So we have our objective of increasing sales revenue. And we have our first strategy, which is client acquisition. We want to implement an inbound marketing program with a focus on inbound marketing. So here are some of the tactics we came up with. We have a company blog. So what we'll do is we'll provide high quality content with strong visual components, videos, and downloads. And by writing incredible articles, we'll slowly begin to verify that we're industry experts and we have influence in this field. We also need to educate our audience about our experience. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a series of free training offerings through video and webinar. And in order to take any of these trainings, we'll require you to give us your email and your name. That is called list building. And what these trainings do, in addition to capturing some great leads for us, is they help to establish our expertise, just like the company blog. Here are a few other things we're doing. We're going to redesign the company e-newsletter to include more in-depth articles and high-quality content. What they have right now doesn't have any opportunity to share it on all of your social channels. So we're going to add that opportunity because we want our audience to send out our information. We're also going to use some influencer marketing. And what we're doing here is we'll feature clients prominently on our social media channels. It doesn't mean that we're going to say, hey, ABC company is our client. We're going to promote our clients and all the great things they're doing because that's going to help us strengthen our community. Here's what we'll do. On YouTube, we'll host customer interviews and testimonials. On Facebook, we're going to highlight clients in our status updates. We might highlight a different client each month on our cover photo, and we're going to create what's called a tribe photo album, where it shows all of our great clients doing something that's meaningful to them. And what it does is it connects our business with these other really great businesses, and we're slowly influencing our audience. On Twitter, we're going to host several discussions, and we'll use strategic hashtags during those discussions so that others in our audience can find and learn about them. And on Pinterest, we decided to showcase the local community. Remember, even though this business is an accounting business, everything you do doesn't have to be about your business. It's about building a community around your business and showing that you're involved in your community. Even if that's online, you can still do this. Here are a few more tactics. We're going to enhance a resource center that the accountants have. Right now, they have a few downloads that you can use, but we're going to include template downloads, case studies, small business kits, and excerpts of some of their digital products. An excerpt is just a little piece of one of their products that you can download for free to get a better taste of the product. And for these excerpts, we'll require an opt-in. And remember, that's where I'm going to ask for the name and the email of anyone who wants to do the download. That helps me build my list. Another tactic will be guest speaking. We'll identify and approach industry conferences for opportunities to serve as a guest speaker. Our accountants really know their stuff, so we want to get them out there and associated with some of these great conferences. We'll develop presentations, and we'll share them on SlideShare, on our website, on our newsletter, and in our email campaigns. We'll also create podcasts. And what I'm doing here is creating a series of podcasts where we'll interview successful small business owners discussing challenges, maybe around accounting, maybe not, and the resolutions they found. What we're doing is creating a sense of community, but we're also establishing ourselves as a go-to resource. We'll hold 2 special events and leverage our partnerships with other businesses. Our events will be both local and virtual. And what I mean here is it doesn't have to come to our accounting event. We'll hold some kind of business event that will draw our ideal clients, business owners. Maybe we'll be one of the exhibitors as accountants, but we also might host other businesses that are just as important, a marketing firm, a law firm, anything else that might help a small business owner. And we'll implement a broad event promotions campaign using multimedia and social media channels to make sure we get the right members of the audience there. Here's some of what we would do. We'll have online registration, so it's very easy for our audience to register. And it also gives us some great tracking functionality. We'll create event videos for sharing, both videos where people are in them and animated videos. We'll hold a ticket giveaway contest. And we'll use social media integration where we have real-time engagement with Twitter using customized hashtags. And we'll also hold a Facebook event. And finally, we'll hold a blog series where we're promoting the event content through different blog posts. Our final tactic is social media inbound customization. We will create a unique content plan for each of our social media channels: Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, and Google. The social media programs offer content that supports the plan objective, community building, and the interests of the channel's audience. And it's really important to do a different plan for each of your programs because the audience is different. People who are on Facebook expect you to be their friend. It's a very laid-back atmosphere. Twitter tends to be a little more business-like, but also two-way conversation. You'll find a different audience on every single platform. So research that platform and create content that is important to that audience. Let's take a look at our Facebook social media program. Remember, our content is going to be customized to the individual channel. Facebook is a place where our audience shares personal information with friends. If we want to reach them, we need to think like a friend. So we'll do storytelling through images and videos. We'll share client success stories and share the good works of our clients. We'll create some beautiful inspirational quotes around great photography and images. And one strategy that works very well for us and our clients is liking the business pages of our target audience. If you are in the B2B market and you're marketing to other businesses, go out there and like their pages and start engaging with them and pull the engagement to you. We'll also offer downloads and tools to drive Facebook fans to our company website. And this next screen just shows you a sample of a marketing calendar. We have on our website, under the marketing plan, a detailed Excel spreadsheet that you can download that complements everything I've shown you in this video. So head over to the website and make sure that you download that template. I've gone over a lot of tactics, and when you're choosing your tactics, I want you to think visual and think really big. All of the tactics I just went over were for one of our strategies. Remember, we had 3 strategies we were going to be working on. And you'll see once you download the marketing plan template how robust your marketing plan can be. But the template makes it so easy to keep track of all these activities. I went over a special event, contests, competitions, presentations we were going to make, different social media programs, webinars, marketing videos, online training programs. I told you we were going to do email marketing and newsletters, blogs, podcasts, all kinds of incredible things to help market our business. One of the tactics we talked about using to raise sales was holding an event and with other local business partners. So we'll need to create a separate marketing plan solely for promoting this event, and I wanted to share with you what that might look like. Here's some of what we would possibly do. We'd write a story for our newsletter. We'd create an animated video showcasing the event. We'd send the video to our email database. We'd hold a contest and promote it on social media. We'd create posters and flyers with enhanced images. We'd write a blog post and several guest blog posts. We'd record a podcast interviewing the entertainment for the event, and then we'd share that podcast. We'd create a Pinterest board promoting the event foods, and then we'd promote the event live on Twitter using a customized hashtag. That's a lot of information and a lot of excitement for our one event. This brings us to the budgeting portion of your plan. When budgeting your plan, start with a stars and moon budget, and then you can scale back. But by starting with this really robust budget, you and your team can come up with cost-effective alternatives, or, as I mentioned earlier, free, really high-quality alternatives. Your final phase is evaluating your plan. You'll evaluate your plan on how well you've met your business objectives. Remember, I told you the objectives were SMART objectives, and that's how you know how you're doing as each day goes by. We had our 3 objectives: increasing sales revenue, increasing our customer base, involving all employees. Let's take a look at the first one, increasing sales revenue. Here's how we might evaluate that. We'd review our baseline figures against how we did. Did we increase it? We'd evaluate the results of every one of the tactics we used to gain customers and grow sales. If there are tactics, and remember, I used a lot of tactics in our plan. If there are tactics that aren't working, you need to stop them. If Facebook isn't doing it for you, focus on the social media channel that is. And then finally, one way you can evaluate your sales revenue is to compare year-over-year sales trends. We'd go through that process for each of our objectives. But once you have your plan, remember, success comes from planning. So you need to do something on a regular basis. You need to spend a minimum of 1 day a week focusing on growing your business. Research. Conduct regular environmental scans. Know what your competitors are doing right and what they're doing wrong. Study your target markets, because even though you have a clear definition of who they are, things change. You want to stay on top of who their key influencers are and who their opinion leaders are. Evaluate your performance of the 3 key functions I talked about. Remember, that's marketing, customer service, and your product quality. Look at that on a regular basis. Evaluate the performance of your marketing plan. If something's not working, change it. And include every one of your staff members in the plan development and implementation. The third most common mistake small business owners make is not capturing data from their customers. One marketer says, if you aren't building an email list, you're missing out on the most powerful and consistent way to drive repeat visitors and customers to your business. And here's what I mean. So many businesses focus on the greeting and delivery of service. Don't give up the opportunity to collect their information. How will you ever reach that person again? When someone has made a purchase from you or they've downloaded some of your important material, it is natural to ask them for their name and email so that you can stay in touch with them. The worst that happens is they don't give it to you. Other than that, you have valuable information to start building a relationship with them. Remember I talked about valuable resources to get you started? Well, here is the best part of this whole presentation. We used a free tool to create each of our tactics, even this webinar that you are listening to right now. Our animated videos, our regular videos, our training programs, our newsletters, podcasts, flyers, posters, this webinar, speaking presentations, absolutely everything. We have found a free tool that helped us do all of this. We also used free tools behind the scenes of our marketing plan. We found a tool where we can collect valuable data and creative marketing ideas. We found a project management channel that helped us organize the entire marketing project and assign tasks to team members. We also found a customer relationship management program which helped us better engage customers. Remember I was telling you about net weaving, and you can use Outlook or Excel or a customer relationship management program. We have some that are free. We found tools to help us build an online community. Remember, our market today craves a sense of community. You want to have two-way conversations with your audience, and we found tools that help us do that. We found tools that will help us manage all of our social media channels. Remember I was telling you that we created a different plan for each of our social media channels? That's a lot to keep up with. We found tools that can help automate the process a little for us and make life easier. The reason I said a little is because you have to stay on top of it every day. You can't just plug in your information and walk away. But we have tools that will help us manage all of that. We also found tools that help us collect information and share it with our team to where it's available to them 24/7 no matter where they are. And finally, one of my favorites is we have tools that help us benchmark our competitors and conduct complete competitor analysis. I know what my competition's up to because of the free tools I've found. And all of this can be yours if you grab the ultimate guide right now, right here from your screen. For just $9.99, we have 97 free tools to market your business. Everything I showed you in this webinar, there's a tool to do it in this book, and a lot more. The book also comes with the free marketing plan template that I told you about. You get it with the book, or you can head over there and download it right now from the My Marketing Cafe website. I implore you to grab this tool. It's been a pleasure to work with you today, but it's your job now to head out there and make it happen. Thanks so much. Have a great day.